So they had a quick chat. I deciphered that for the audience. So Anindo was telling him that your office is located in my building. So Infinity Infotech Parks, the real estate IT workspace leaders in Kolkata, host several IT companies, and Sandeep is one of them. So thank you once again. And Anindo, I would have liked you to stay back because the next session is to be taken care by you. You are the chairperson of the next session. Please come back to the dais. So once again, Mr. Anindo Das, Vice President Marketing, Infinity Infotech Parks Limited. Okay. Next I'd call Mr. Amit Srivastav, Director and Site Lead BT Group, to please come up on the dais. Mr. Chandrakriti Roy, Senior Director, Administration and Facilities, Teleperformance, if you could please come up on the dais. And Mr. Shantanu Ghosh, Head East, Cushman and Wakefield. I would like to inform our audience that in this session, we were also supposed to have Mr. Sanjoy Kumar Das, Webel MD, present, but due to his pressing official commitments, sudden pressing official commitments, I must say, he could not make it today, and he has sort of regretted for this absence. The topic now is pretty interesting, and we would conclude today's proceedings with this, and in a befitting manner. The session will be on enhancing opportunities of Calcutta. I know it will sound cliches, the next set of things that I would say, but this still needs to be talked about. Being in Calcutta, being a part of the city, being a part of this ecosystem, and being a responsible chamber from this ecosystem. So we all know that we are having bright intellectual manpower, state-of-the-art infrastructural facilities in Calcutta, major IT companies already present, vibrant startups coming up, the enabling ecosystem is also there, a fantastic cost of living index, and so on and so forth. And that's why the real estate ecosystem plus the IT ecosystem are very bullish on the prospects of Calcutta and West Bengal being the next big IT destination. I don't know whether it will be too premature to comment on this, but I'm putting it on record. Perhaps Calcutta has caught the 2020 bus, and the outcomes and the positive outcomes will be able to be seen in the next decade or so, because we are already having good news coming up one after another. So with this, I would request Mr. Anindo Das to take forward this session. I can guarantee you this is going to be a very interesting and enlightening session. Please stay hooked to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Shombit. Thank you, everybody, for joining this. I think this is the last session of the 15th edition of BITC, organized by Bengal Chamber. I have got 3 different speakers from 3 different domains, just to prove a point, you know. Just to give you a background, I'm Anindo from Infinity, and wherever I and like-minded people, we keep going, we keep talking good about Bengal. You know, we are very, very optimistic about Bengal, about my Bengal, and Rohit is here. Kolkata is there. Everywhere he is going, he is talking about Kolkata. And a lot of people gives, you know, I'm just setting the stage, you know, and before that, before they speak, it's very important for me that whenever we talk about good about Bengal, positive about Bengal, there are sarcastic comments. And I keep telling them that পাশের বাড়িতে কি হচ্ছে করে বেঙ্গলকে বিচার করলে চলবে না। বেঙ্গল বেঙ্গলের মতো বড় হয়েছে, হবে, হচ্ছে। And it has got its own intrinsic qualities, and that's why it makes so special, you know. So here we are all bunch of optimistic people, and I wanted to prove to the audience that it's not about just saying. There are companies who are here who are already growing, you know. They will tell you their part of the story. One important aspect I have, Mr. Shantanu Ghosh, you know, from Cushman and Wakefield, he's heading Cushman. Cushman has been there in the Kolkata market for a long time, and they have been playing a pivotal role in bringing a lot of good companies, and have been, you know, company leaders like IBM and all, they have been already a part. And Shantanu himself has been personally involved in a lot of important transactions for over the years. So before they talk, I request Shantanu to give an overview about the Kolkata market. You know, when people are saying, hello, yeah, sorry, nothing is happening. Let him give an overview that what has happened for the last 2-3 years, and how optimistic you are, if you can share some viewpoints.
Thanks, Anindo. Thanks for having me here. So, I mean, you know, I will rather say, okay, so typically Calcutta has been about a 1 million square feet of market about, 2-3 years ago, which has propelled to about 1.5 million. Like, as we are speaking, like, the city is expected to close at about, 1.67 million square feet by end of 2024. So yesterday I was going through a report. I saw that, Pune, if we compare Calcutta with other cities, like Pune is about, a 1 million square feet market until now. Chennai is about 2 million square feet. Chennai clocked about 3.3 million square feet during the same period in 2023. So other markets are also growing. So, Calcutta is also growing. And the best part of Calcutta is like the talent pool. We all know that Calcutta is the home to 3 I's. Then there are about, 241 engineering colleges. So there was no dearth of, talent. And post-COVID, like, the people came back to Calcutta. We coined a term, reverse migration, which I keep saying wherever I go. So that kind of, put Calcutta in India map. And so post-COVID, once these companies kind of extended footprint, one thing what we have seen, that in terms of infrastructure, Calcutta is not found wanting as compared to other cities. Rather, it's a different micro market where both residential and commercial areas coexist, and thereby, the traffic time get reduced to a large extent. So like RTO, return to work, which most of the IT companies are kind of, struggling in other cities, Calcutta on an average is hovering around 75 to 80%. So thereby, again, a large companies are looking at, Calcutta. But the problem, like, which I would like to identify, I would like to call out here, there are 2 major problems. We have not been able to change the perception of the city. So thereby, like people like, or the companies who are not present, still they are a bit, apprehensive. That is number 1. Number 2, like, there is serious shortage of GCCs in Calcutta. So thereby, like all these companies who have already extended footprint to Calcutta, like they will not be able to offer that lateral growth to people. So the chances of the same people migrating to other cities are not kind of, nullified. So these are 2 problems which we need to address. And I feel that, time has come wherein instead of kind of blabbering that nothing is happening in the city, we should leverage this platform to reach out to kind of, people who matter the most, to call out that, city is not as bad. You come, taste the water, and then you take a call.
Very, very well said, Shantanu, and it's so important to talk, what is happening in the city. I think Sanjay Da got stuck somewhere he's from Webble. Even if he's not there, I think one round of applause to Webble for completing 50 years. And they have been playing a very important role in the development of our ecosystem, IT ecosystem in Bengal. And now I'll go to two different companies. Over the years they have been growing, and when I keep interacting with them, the amount of plans they have for Kolkata, the amount of commitment they have, it's fantastic. First I'll go to Chandrakirti, CK we call him, he's from Teleperformance. Teleperformance has been growing, and I request CK if you can highlight that when you're bringing business processes, what are the key factors, which is playing an important role in Kolkata, which is helping you to bring business, and what are the plans, growth plans you have in the coming years?
Thank you, Ananda. Yeah, in line, I'd like to thank everyone present here. This is one of the first conclave that I see that where we are actually promoting Bengal. We are saying something we need to do it for Bengal. This is something very rare to see. Apart from the business summit that is being conducted by the government, other than we hardly see someone coming up with a concept how we built Bengal, come out of a perception that was built over time, which we cannot erase over time. So it will take time. Everything comes with a bad, a good and ugly. So it's up to us what we choose. And while, as Anindo said, Teleperformance intends to grow in Kolkata. We have grown to a level of 7,000 plus people only in the city of Kolkata, keeping east apart. But having said that, it's not been an easy journey. The journey is not easy, not because of bottlenecks at the level of infrastructure or anything. It is decision-making bottlenecks and our clients who are mostly reluctant to choose Kolkata as a city. We know how we go back to our clients and we say that give us a chance. The best dialogue that we have been doing it for the last few years is give us a chance, give us 6 months, and then you decide whether we deliver it or not. This is how Kolkata has transpired. I think me and Amit come from the same business perspective. So this is how we keep going back to clients, and every client visit that happens. So the first question that, when did you have the last bund? So that's something, a trauma or something that haunts us till date. But having said that, we have overcome a lot. Last 10 years has been pretty smooth apart from COVID pandemic. Teleperformance intends to grow in Kolkata. We have recently acquired few more spaces along with Infinity and some other developers in the city. We intend to grow more. And a major reason for coming to Kolkata is a statistical background for Teleperformance. We have offices in Jaipur and Indore, where we have more than 9,000 people at each of the cities. We are the largest employer after government of Rajasthan in the state of Rajasthan, and similarly even in the state, in Indore. So in this case, it is surprising that 11 to 12% of our core front level 1 manpower for the industry that I work for is from Bengal, and specifically from Kolkata and its suburbs. And they specifically support offshore voice business. That was very, very surprising when we did the entire analysis during the COVID pandemic when people wanted to go back home. We decided why not give them an opportunity closer to their home. While I beg to differ, Calcutta is a cheaper city. I am again going back to the same old thing. We don't get food at 30 rupees that the rest of India says. We don't get it here. So I don't know if it is available somewhere. Anindo is a better person to say, but I don't get it anyway. To be honest, the cost of living may be, real estate costs and other costs are different, definitely, but it's not a cheaper city that we call. So even though our manpower our salaries are almost at par with any other cities that we operate in India. The only reason we chose to grow here to give people a rightful place to work closer to their home. This is something we tried, and we have been able to migrate a substantial percentage of people from Indore and Jaipur here, and supplementing those vacancies from local resources. And there has been huge government support in doing that. That's a different context, different story that Anindo knows. Apart from that, we intend to grow in different sectors of East. Bhubaneswar is our next where we intend to grow. And I rest my thing, I think, over to Anindo. I think I've answered all your questions.
Thank you so much. And before I move to Amit, in the audience I see, Capgemini also. They have been growing superbly, although they are not here. But a round of applause to Capgemini for growing immensely. Kuntal and Ram is here. Thank you so much for coming at the conclave. Amit, your story, please. I think almost similar, but I want to hear from you.
Well, totally. So, BT Group consists of circa around 92,000 plus people worldwide. India, we are 14,000 plus people. We sold Kolkata as a satellite site. It's a hard sell. 2014 to 2018, we were just 1,000 plus people. 2018 to 2024, we are circa 4,000 plus people. I think we are the only few GCCs which actually operates in Kolkata. And I had an opportunity this afternoon to meet the Minister of IT, Babu Supriyo, who was present here as well. And we were discussing about how Kolkata or the West Bengal has actually seen the growth, especially in the last 3 years. I mean, there's a growth in the ITS space is circa around 30% plus, right? And I think we are still talking about, what are the offering from Kolkata. Everybody knows the offering from Kolkata. It is the best talent, it is the best engagement, it's the best retention, it's the best operating cost, it's the best property cost. So there is every recipe Kolkata actually has, but the dent is still there. And I think in the boom after COVID, there is larger effort still required to take that dent off, right? And what I literally quote unquote actually said to the minister and as well as to the IAS officer Rajiv Kumarji as well, the boom from ITS is moving towards a global capability center in India. At this point of time, India consists 65% of the global capability center worldwide. Where is Kolkata at this point of time? Karnataka as a state has actually launched their GCC policies, and we are still lagging behind at this point of time. Now, while BT as a group has looked at Kolkata as a strategic site and a strategic geography to continue to invest and expand, out of the 3 locations between Bangalore, Delhi and Kolkata. Our group CEO was actually here just 3 weeks back, and we are looking at further expansion because Kolkata really deliver what we want. And it is from the professional services to the proper customer services, to the number of HR shared services with the capabilities in the data science, data engineering, managed services, cloud, everything actually gets offered here. There are 2 still big problems here. The one big problem which between Chamber of Commerce and as well as the government entities needs to address is the talent pool, especially sitting with the government colleges. The private colleges who are whatever they are actually producing, there are structural way of really reaching out to the industry and making them the offer and customizing the solution for them as well. But I think the government colleges are still left behind, especially from a scalability standpoint. So that's the one part of it. And the second part of it, that as the IT is moving towards more GCCs, and there are still, by the 2030, from 1,600 total GCCs to it's gonna be 2,400, there is still a 40-50% growth, which is lying in India. And that 40-50% growth, that's where West Bengal as a Kolkata can actually tap into. So while BT as an organization, we continue to be invested in, but we are very passionate just not to be we being the only player, but get many more players to create more scalability for Kolkata. But I think there is a joint effort required and the greater effort from both the corporates and as well as from the government, not like having the road shows in Kolkata, but having the road shows with the companies, maybe outside of India and inside of India as well. The reach out needs to be a lot more higher to really make Kolkata what Kolkata is. By the way, last but not the least, on the lighter side, Bengal always meant business. BT means business now. But I think we really have to get very serious about Bengal really meaning business and reaching out proactively to deliver for Bengal.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Amit. And I think, yes, even Shantanu said, I think it's very important that we have focus group meetings and case studies on GCCs. And I'm sure Bengal Chamber will take this up. And the good part is from last year, Bengal Chamber has started taking this event to other parts of India. Bangalore, especially we started last year, and I think this year also in August. Each one of you, I think you can get in touch with Shombit for the Bangalore edition. It was superbly done last year. I'll open this up to the audience, if you have any specific questions or if you have any suggestions which is important for Kolkata to take things ahead, and even if Kolanda is not raising his hand, I'll request Kolanda to share his views, at least his 2 cents. If you can give the mic to Kolanda, please.
Yeah, thank you, Anindya, for forcing me to speak up, but yes, wanted the others to speak. But nevertheless, I love this place. I have seen how it has grown. Each one of you have contributed a lot. And in fact, Anindya, I always take your help in getting to know who are coming into Kolkata so that I can brag it to my friends. So I would request you to name, because that's a very powerful list that you have, which actually tells people the large companies who are coming in and which validates our claim that this is a wonderful place. And that actually will motivate a lot of others, because they may not know that the list of companies has come in since COVID in the last 2-3 years. And I thank each one of you for making Kolkata such a wonderful place to work, grow, and create a career out of it, which the world needs to know. I think we all need to speak good about it, especially when we leave the shore of Bengal, when we go out to the other parts of the country and to the world. I think let us promise ourselves that we'll speak good about us. I think a time has come that we need to look at the positive side of Kolkata. Yes, it has its problems. Every city has, every state has. But then there are a lot of good things to talk about. And let's talk about that publicly in other forum to other people. That will build the perception about Kolkata, because if we speak good about it, people will start believing in us. So I request Anindya to share your list, which always inspires all of us.
Thank you. Thank you, Kolanda. A round of applause for Kolanda, please. He has been a veteran in the industry for a long time. Manush, you were raising it. Yes, if you can pass on the mic to Manush, please.
Good evening to the forum. Anindya, I have a question for Shantanu. Shantanu, you are from a real estate background. You have shared about the taste of water. Now, the taste of water has been already experienced by Tatars here in Singur. And that is why they have backed out, and you see the horrible state of the state. And the amount of the miscommunication that has gone, that the dent has been put, it will take time, it will take decades to correction. What has already happened in terms of the taste of water, because people doesn't trust us. As a destination in the east, Calcutta is not the industry doesn't trust us. And that is the reason you must be knowing that Tatars are spending money to the Assam of 27,000 crore on semiconductors. Very, very shame. They have already developed a JV with the Assam government for 14 hospitals. Can you believe it all? And there are other states in the east who are bypassing us. That's really and this is a dent. We have to accept that this is a dent. And the industry is not trusting us. The people like Tatars, who are known for their caring and the social sectors, they are not trusting us. So Bengal, where we are going through, ITS, we are giving employment for the real estate of 8,000-9,000 rupees to the Zomato and the other areas. This is not a this is development. You need a development in true sense where there is a growth in terms of manufacturing, trading, or service. These three areas. And in every places you see in the B-town cities like Indore, Jaipur, any cities you take now in the west, south, north, they are growing there's no end to it. And how this is possible vis-a-vis not in Calcutta? This is something, we are going through a very terrible time and we should not take it back and relax. I think that is from my side.
So sir, trust me, if we can survive the partition, we can survive Tata's exit also. That is number one. Okay. Number two, take it from me. East constitutes 20% of India's population. You cannot drive the growth in the country having disintegrated one part of the country, which is very, very important. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time. Yes, I know we have to change the perception and efforts are all on to change the perception. It will happen. But we have to talk good about the city. That is something which we are not doing. You raised a topic about Tata's exit, which is a fact. I don't deny it. I don't deny. But having said that, how many unfortunate incidents have happened in India since Tata's exit from Bengal? Still we talk about, Tata's exit. Every time I go to, different cities, like, East accounts for 25% of overall workforce.
Sorry, Santanu,
Yeah,
let me pause here. Latest is the Britannia Industries.
Sorry?
Latest exit is the Britannia Industries. The Nasluwadias, such, and you know what kind of the top manufacturing company exists in.
So Manoj,
that is one, and let me. And what I look forward to, this is the dent already happened. So what I want to do is some collaboration between the Bengal Chamber of Commerce. The chambers should collaborate with the real estate to bring in good image makeover for Kolkata. That is very important.
Correct, agree.
That is the milestone that you have to execute.
Absolutely, and that's what Bengal Chamber is doing. They have been working, the team is working very hard, what you said, I agree. And yes, we are not good in certain things, but we are also good in certain parts, So I'm very optimistic. I know you are also very optimistic about Bengal. Any other questions from the audience?
I would have.
Yes, I think she's raising her hand.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, please.
Hi, hello everyone in the panel. So this is not a question actually, this is just a supporting statement in favor of West Bengal and Kolkata, because I'm born and brought up in Kolkata, and yes, if we say good, then good will happen. And if we are saying that Tata has lost his faith from Kolkata, so just as an example, the establishment we are sitting in right now, previously it was Swiss Hotel, and it was owned by, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name, but it's not by Tata, but right now it is Taj, which is owned by Tata. So Tata came back with trust. And yes, it was previously by Neotia, Harshvardhan Neotia, Swiss Hotel. So right now it's Taj by Tata. We are going good, and exit of Tata, one or two bad incident happens in every city, every state, and that we should take it as a lesson, not like a punishment. That is the way we should grow. Thank you.
A round of applause for ma'am, please. Thank you so much. I think any other questions we can?
Yeah.
Yes, last one, I think.
Can I?
Oh, okay. Yeah, hi Ram. Yes.
Okay, yeah, good evening everyone. So I'm Ramkrishna Menon from Capgemini. So my question is to Shantanu. So now we are, we all are obviously very much optimistic about the growth of Bengal, and we all have witnessed, in fact, even Capgemini has grown a lot in Kolkata. So, but coming to this platform here, so Shantanu, do we have an option of, where we can have Like, because all real estate strategies are for 3 years, some even have for 5 years. So if we can have a kind of a, platform where people can see what kind of inventory is present today and what is going to come up in the coming 5 years, I think that is going to make a big difference in preparing the strategy for the companies which are already existing in Kolkata and also the one which wants to come to Kolkata. So do we have any such plans, maybe in collaboration with Bengal chambers or such things?
Sir, honestly speaking, that is actually a challenge. Like, if the entire country is kind of going through supply crunch, except Hyderabad and Bangalore, and Calcutta is actually not an exception. It's a problem. I do not foresee much supply hitting the market in next, 18 months. And that is something which I was discussing with Arindo also. It's a high time, like, we need to have more number of institutional developers. And there we will need your support as in, like, how these, large developers work. They are kind of pushed by their own occupiers to expand to other cities. I mean, that is what happened with Prestige. Prestige has gone to now Bombay. Same thing is applicable to RMZ as well, right? So our humble request, like, it's more of the talent pool. It's a very much talent intensive, affair, this ITS, and which is kind of available a plenty in Calcutta, right? You know that, your RTO, BT's RTO, because I am connected with both of you. I know that it's hovering around 75–80%. There are other companies as well. So it's a high time you also kind of, while we will have a roadshow, we'll have our roadshow going with, different developers, national level developers across various cities. But at the same time, we will need your support also to push the developer who you are, like you have existing relationship with, to expand footprint to Calcutta. And I'm sure that, with support from Bengal Chamber of Commerce, there will be no dearth of kind of, the advantage or the services or the incentives to be extended.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So one question, sir. Can I ask? One question, sir.
Yeah, who is this?
Yes, sir.
From where? Okay, yes, please.
Sir, in West Bengal, especially Kolkata, IT sector is working good, and corporates is also working good, but no one is talking about the startups sector, especially deep tech startups. Not much incubation, deep tech incubation centers are there, and I think the startup policy is not there also. So what should we do, especially government and big corporates?
I don't think that I can really comment on it in terms of startup.
Yeah, I think chamber can. I think you can connect with the chamber for the startup, ecosystem kind of thing. It's a separate vertical altogether. We are not the right one to talk about it.
Yes, sir. I know Vipul is not present right now. Vipul, sir. Yeah,
no. There are many startups. They're growing, but what policies and all, I think better you discuss it with Shombit and Ongona from Bengal Chamber.
Okay,
I think that would be better.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I think it's time for us. And any closing statements by any of the speakers? Amit, you want to close this?
Well, it's all great here, right? But I think in my 6 years in Kolkata, there are two things which I realized. One, if you really want to be in Kolkata, you have to live in Kolkata, you have to believe in Kolkata. The last thing which I always believe that's where Kolkata or the West Bengal needs to come together is a hunger in our belly to ask for more. I know the minister in the morning said that we need the eggs from the basket. My view is that we need the full basket, right? And the moment we start pushing for the full basket, the eggs will automatically start falling in. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. And I end this wonderful panel discussion. Over to you, Shombit. Thank you.
Yeah, almost the end is near, but not yet the end, because climax is still to happen.